Okay, so today we are here to look at logarithms and learn about logarithms. So our learning intention is to gain the knowledge of what logarithms are. Okay, so we're successful if we can convert logarithms into index form and or convert index form into logarithms. And if students can recall and use properties of logarithms and calculate the numerical values of logarithms. So basically, a logarithm is just another way to write an index and base or index form of a statement. Okay, that's all we're doing. We're trying to find a different way of writing an index form. So, for example, here we have 2 to the power of 3, we know that that equals 8. That's 2 times 2 times 2, and that equals 8. So 2 to the power of 3 equals 8. We can write that in log form. And it would be log 2 of 8 is equal to 3. So notice that here the 2 is the base, and that's what we call the base. And so in index form it goes base index equals answer. And in log form it's base answer equals the index. Yeah, so the 2 is the base, it's the smaller digit. The 8 goes next to it, which is the answer, and the index is what it equals to. Okay, so we want to convert the following index into logarithms. Okay, so as I said, we go log 2 is the base. Then we write the answer. So log 2 of 32 is equal to 5, the index. Yeah. So log 4 of 16 equals 2. Base, answer equals index. Log 7 is the base. Then we followed by the answer. 343 is equal to the index of 7. Okay, so last one, log 6 of 1296 is equal to 6. Oh, sorry, is equal to 4, index. Yeah. Okay. So now let's convert these logarithms into index. Okay, so the base is a small number, we keep that. It was equal to the index, so 2 to the power of 4 is equal to 16, the answer. So 3 to the power of 5 is 243. And 3 to the power of 2 we know is 9. And 5 to the power of 3 equals 125. Yeah, so the base, the index comes in, and the answer goes on the other side. Okay, so we say if y equals a of x, then x is called the logarithm of y to the base of a. So the logarithm of y to the base of a is equal to x, and that's how we read it. Logarithms are defined for the base has to be greater than 0, but a cannot be 1. So the base, if it was 1, well then 1 to the power of x is always 1, and we're always going to get if that value, any of that value is, when it's greater than 0, will always be equal to 1. Yeah. So if y equals a to the power of x, then it equals to the log of y base x is equal to x, where a is greater than 0, does not equal 1, and y is also greater than 0. Some of the properties that we need to look at is log a, the base of a, is equal to 1. So a to the power of 1 is obviously a. That's how we can read it. Yeah. Log a of 1 would equal 0, so a to the power of 0 equals 1. A to the x is obviously a to the x. And then a to the power of log ax is just equal to x. Yeah, these basically cancel each other out. Okay. One thing that you need to note is that there are 2 types of logarithms. There's the common logarithms where we have the base of 10, So it's log 10x, and we usually write it as log x, yeah, base 10. And on a calculator, you'll use this button here, where it says log. Then we also have natural logs, yeah, and these are base e, so that's log x of base e, and we usually write in shorthand of ln x, yeah, that's an ln, so log of x, and we use that button here next to it. So that's your natural log, and then that's log base 10. Okay, let's do some examples. We want to find the value of x in all these problems. Okay, so remember, if I'm going to write it in index form, remember that 7, that's your base, that's your index, would equal the answer. Well, 7 to the power of 2 is just 49. So x has to be 49. Alright, same thing. If we're going to write this, 7, there's your index, and that equals 1/7. Alright. Thinking back to indice laws, we can write this as 7 to the power of -1. Yeah, because it's under 1, so that's 7 to the power of -1 is 1/7. Yeah. And because the bases are the same and they're equal, x has to equal -1. Okay. Oh, I've gone A, C, E. All right. Let me do B. So remember that this is 5 to the power of 3 is equal to x. So x, 5 to the power of 3, 5 cubed is 125. So x equals 125. Okay, D. So 8 to the power of x equals 1/64. Okay. I want to write this number in terms of the base 8. Okay, so 64 is 8 squared, so I can write that as 8 squared. Well, this is just 8 to the power of -2. Yeah, so x has to equal -2. Okay. E, so there's your base of x, and you square it, equals 49. Okay, so if I was just square root of 49, that's going to be 7. And remember, we're only concerned when the base is greater than 0. Yeah. Okay, so here we got x to the power of 6, that equals 64. So to find x, we'll take the 6th root of 64. So, sorry, the 6th root of 64, and that will be 2. X is equal to 2. Okay, there you go. Okay. We want to simplify the following. I'm going to get these properties just to be next to us. Okay. So remember that if you have log of something and it equals to 1, well, this has to be equal to 0. The solution, 8 to the power of 0, has to be 1. So this would be 0. Okay, when you have the base and it equals, so log of 9 of the base 9, well, this has to equal to 1, because 9 to the power of 1 equals 9. Okay, alright, so think of it in this way. You've got 8 to the power of something is equal to 8 cubed. Well, in this situation, x now will equal 3. So remember that this was equal to x, let's say. So 8 to the power of x equals 8 cubed. They're the same basis, x equals 3. And that relates to this, this property where log of a of so log of ax of the base of a equals x. Okay. So here we go. So we've got 3 log of 3, 3 to the power of log 3, 7. This basically cancels out. It's just going to give you 7. That's the fourth property. Okay. All right, we want to find log 10 of 6.2. We're going to use our calculator for this, and we're going to use the button that says log. So log 6.2 is equal to 0. Let's do it to 3 decimal places. 0.792. Log of 7.3, yep, is 0.863. Okay, now we have log of e. Okay, so log of e can also be written as log 40, and we're going to use this button. Okay, so log 40 is 3.689. And here we go, it's another log of e, so natural log. So log of 25 is equal to 3.219. Okay, so log of 10, or when you just see log, that's log base 10, and log of e, or ln, equals natural log. Okay, thank you.